Mine's nothing special. Crotcherry's thin and built for speed, so...
Hold it right there! Why in the world are you interested in Kanji's swimsuit? Cut that out, damn it! Anyway, looks like we're set on going to the beach.
The question is, now the killer's supposedly been caught, will there be a new season of the Midnight Channel? This is a clear picture right from the start, and we'd never even seen a blurry picture of this guy before. But wait a minute. I think we know that guy.
You all think you can see me? You all think you know everything about me? Then try and catch me. Hey, did you see that? Who was that guy? I don't know him. Have you ever seen him on the news or some television special?
No, at least I don't think so.
He seemed really gloomy, like a zombie.
Yeah, we always noticed something was a bit off about that guy.
Yosuke! Yosuke! Alright already, I hear you! Sorry, I'm gonna give the phone to Ted. Sensei, it's me, Teddy! I finally got to see the Midnight Channel with my own eyes. Now I know exactly what's happening. That guy's suppressed emotions are resonating with the other side, which are picked up by the TVs over here. It's clear now that it's not being filmed by anyone. Mystery solved.
Well, kind of, except it still doesn't explain why, the world itself is somehow creating the broadcast.
But that kid, he must already be inside the other world. What are we gonna do?
We need to go in there.
Gotcha. I knew I could count on you, Sensei. I think my heart skipped a beat.
Well, our social link didn't skip a rank. It was 2 last time, it's now 3. Some of the plot-based social links in Persona 3 skipped ranks occasionally, but this one doesn't seem to. Oh, we've unlocked Teddy's follow-up attack too.
That's enough, Ted. Give me the phone. Hey, how could he be already inside? What happened to the blurry image that we usually see in advance?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
And did you hear what he said? Try and catch me. Now that I think about it, he looked like a high schooler. Hey, could he be... Nah, I better not jump to conclusions. Let's meet up at headquarters tomorrow. Alright? Later.
I mean, there's always the possibility that he's uninvolved, but... Oh, hi, another phone call.
Oh, I finally got through. Yosuke's line was busy too. I was just talking to Yukiko. Was that? Yeah, we gotta get to the bottom of this. Well, we better get some rest. Good night.
It's these situations where having some kind of a group chat would, be a little more efficient when it comes to communicating. Also, we're officially in summer vacation now, but we're beginning it with, not exactly a break. So from now on, we won't be back at school for a while.
Okay, Risa and Teddy are checking out the other side, so we'll go ahead and start the meeting. Now, about what happened last night. You guys all saw it, right?
Yeah. Shit he said made my blood boil. That mumbling of his and those fish-like eyes pissed me off even more.
Some people in the comments described him as fish-eyed, so, yeah, they were actually kind of true to canon.
Who the hell is he?
We're not really sure.
Huh. Truth to tell, I get the feeling I've seen him before.
This is a point where I'm not going to accuse the characters of being stupid or anything, because for you, the player, you probably would have remembered it, and you will have seen him as an NPC around town, but for them, it was all the way back at the start of the year, and they've never seen him since, so it makes sense their memories would be hazy about it.
I was surprised when I saw how clearly his face showed on TV. So I called Chie, and while we were talking, it hit me. Maybe that boy is the culprit.
It's just a hunch, but it makes sense.
We've been told the suspect is a high schooler. The police are after him for the murder of King Moron. So to see that on TV last night, at a time like this? I mean, he even taunted the viewers, saying, "Try and catch me."
And when you think about it, he never directly appeared on the news, but the talk of the serial murder cases has been all over them, and we did recently learn the police had a suspect, though I'm not sure that was public knowledge yet.
So?
Alright, let's say there's this high school student. We'll call him Shin. For some random reason, who knows why, Shin is able to enter the other world.
Yu Narukami is feeling a little bit offended at that statement.
Then Shin, again for some random reason, starts throwing people into that world intending to kill them. The police can't prove the other world exists, so it's the perfect crime. He can't possibly be caught. Now, imagine you're Shin, but after a while, people stop dying when you throw them in the TV. You don't know why. You want to kill King Moron, but the TV is out, so you have to do it personally. Now the police are onto you. As a result, Shin, is a wanted criminal, and there's no place for him to run.
So, you're saying he went into the other world to dodge the cops? Oh, so that's why he said, "Catch me if you can." Wow, senpai, you're smarter than you look.
Jeez, you can piss me off sometimes.
We still don't know why he targeted people who were shown on TV. But if he had a personal grudge against Mr. Muraoka, that explains one thing. With a strong enough motive, wouldn't he forsake the untraceable TV method and try to kill Mr. Muraoka on his own?
You know the really dark thing about all this? We actually heard him in the street earlier ranting about how King Moron might be the killer.
If you think about it that way, it sort of makes sense why Mr. Muraoka died without appearing on TV. But I wonder what that boy's going to do now that he's in there. With Teddy on this side, there's no way for him to get out.
Well, I mean, he likely never met Teddy, so he must have had his own way to get out on his own, or he's never actually been in there, only push people in.
You don't think he's gonna get desperate and end it all?
Well, if we don't hurry, his shadow's gonna do that for him.
He did look depressed, like it was the end of the world.
No, I don't think that's it. The killer has to know that the people he threw into the TV have come back to this side. I can see missing Yukiko or Kanji, but Rise, a celebrity? There's no way the killer wouldn't know she's still alive.
That makes sense.
So that means he knows there's a way out of the TV world.
True.
As for the rest, we'll just have to ask him face to face.
Hey, good timing. How did it go?
Not good. There's not enough information to go on.
Just like in your and Kanji's case.
But at least we're positive that someone's in there.
I see. Wait, where's Teddy?
He's still looking.
Alright, so we need to find out who that guy is, and if he is in fact the one the police are after. Once we figure that out, we just do our thing.
That's right. If he really is the killer and he's escaped into the other world, the police don't have a chance of catching him.
So it's all on us.
Well then, let's get digging.
And so once more, I do believe it's investigation time. So first thing we should do here, in fact, I'm not even sure if this is entirely necessary, But we basically have to go around and talk to a bunch of our party members. They're all over the streets at the moment. Most of the people here aren't going to be too helpful. So Yosuke's up here questioning someone. And he's going to hint at us going to see Kanji, who is at the Samagawa riverbank. There he is. And once again, Kanji actually does have some surprisingly good suggestions for the investigation. I do like how everyone contributes in their own way. I think some people have said that overall Rise seems to be the one who kind of makes the least progress, but I mean, she encourages everyone and she has made a few good points in some of our discussions. Anyway, conveniently, Dojima's all the way over here. But yeah, obviously, there's no way he's going to tell us directly. Now that you mention it, he seems like the kind of guy who we could get something out of. So that's as far as our investigation will progress today. We have to wait for Adachi to be around to go any further. So talking to other people in your party gives you a bit of a hint as to when and where you'll find Adachi. So today we're just going to be turning in our hermit quest. Well, I mean, the music's gone now, but the song Heartbeat Heartbreak, which is the Cloudy Day theme, I do feel it kind of fits the investigation, honestly. Although it's another song that a certain Let's Player that I may have mentioned earlier in the series kind of has ruined for me, but anyway.
Welcome back.
Speaking of things that aren't ruined, we're actually going to be spending time with Nanako tonight, finally. Now, we should have enough points for this, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Hopefully there's something not depressing on.
Hey, big bro.
I like it, this is the correct option. Not all families are related by blood, and not everyone who is related by blood get on with each other. I felt my heart just shrink there. Did I warn you earlier that Nanako's social link gets pretty depressing at points? So interestingly, A is actually the right option here. But I suppose it makes sense to question Nanako saying that. She's probably just making assumptions. Either A or C is fine here, but if you want to choose this option, you actually need at least generous level understanding, which I think we have? Yeah, we do.
Good night.
Karen Strassman actually does tie Nanako really well. Like, I've probably said before, but she is one of the very few adult voice actors playing a child who manages to convincingly sound like a child. It's just really rare that you hear that, because typically it's always like, it's so obvious that they're an adult actor playing them. Just Karen Strassman just does it. It's just, she really nails it. It's just such a great performance. Like, pretty much all the voice acting in this game is just fantastic. It's definitely one of my picks for best English dub I've ever heard in a video game. I would say some of the newer Fire Emblem games, like Echoes in particular, and I was gonna say Three Houses, but Three Houses does have a few kind of iffy performances, like Raphael. Fire Emblem Awakening is pretty good too. Nier Automata is also great in terms of English voice acting. So anyway, today, via the magic of guides, I know that Adachi is around and he's at Jeunesse, like he usually is. Well, you see, we're not actually here to hang out with you. We're actually here to get some information. Maybe a bit of blackmail will work. Part-time job in the shopping district. Okay. Well, there aren't that many places to work there. Well, I mean, actually, come to think about it, there is quite a few, but, I mean, the guy at Daidara probably would have mentioned him. Shiroku Pubs never really mentioned him, or the, or her alter ego, who runs the regular store. Meanwhile, Errand Boy. Aya, again, we probably would have seen him. Kanji definitely would have mentioned it if he was working at the textile shop. And, well, the bike store is kind of closing. And, again, Naoki probably would have mentioned it if it was the liquor store. So, Sozai Daigaku is actually where we need to go. That sounds suspicious. That sounds like our guy. Okay, classmate from middle school who dyed his hair golden brown. So, yes, our investigation is going to be put on hold for another day while we wait for that guy to arrive. Pretty long investigation this time. And I'm getting really close to getting the timing down for the bugs. So today we'll be accepting, and in fact completing, a new Fox request. For some reason the request for rank 9 is one of the easiest out of all of his requests. But, well, it's basically suspicious video game generosity, because rank 10 is going to be nowhere near this easy. Also, I think that's a, my wallet is gone, it vanished in the dense fog, I yearn for some. Yeah, that's haiku. Like, actual Japanese haiku I think is a lot more complicated, because I think it needs to include a specific type of word in it, like a word representing one of the seasons or something. Like, they're actually more complicated than just the syllables. And from what I've heard, things like Tanka and Senryu seem to be a little bit more popular, considering that Professor Oak writes those in the anime. The Pokemon anime, I mean. Yeah, I've taken to referring to the Pokemon anime as simply the anime, because Pokemon was ubiquitous enough when I was a kid that that's just what... I mean, I guess people didn't really know what anime even was back when I was that age. I think they just called it the TV show. But anyway... in order to complete this wallet quest, we have to go to the Samagawa floodplain. I think the person who requested it is somewhere around... there she is. If this was Gary, so he'd say, that's no illusion, baby. Also, the cat is just walking in on screen reminding me that I still haven't done that quest yet. I will do it later once we fish more. feel like she's talking about a kind of a family seal that they sometimes use in Japan. Some families have their own, like, seals that have some kind of crest. I think it's, like, kind of a rich family thing. So she's looking for her wallet. Oh, there well, actually was a Tonka. Funny that I was mentioning that. So she's now offering us a bit of a hint. By the river. I'm sure she would get along well with Yusuke, but anyway. Down here, we need to... There's something we need to examine here. I forget where it is. It's like one of the bushes somewhere. Yeah, it's like really, really close to that NPC who has the quest, so yeah. Hey, we already found her wallet. That was easy, right? Well, it couldn't be that simple. I like how her name is Wallet Misplacer. Yeah, you'd feel kind of bad about doing that. Part of the shrine, huh? So, this can be a bit tricky, actually. Because when she says part of the shrine, it's not actually in the shrine itself. It's just outside the shrine. Specifically, these bushes that you can examine here. I can see why people would have trouble with this if they didn't know exactly where to check, but, well, I do. But if you know exactly where everything is, you can complete this quest in just one day. Which is not a mercy that you'll get out of the next Fox quest, trust me. Oh, especially with all the murders. Should we have really helped this person? Like, I'm not exactly sure if they're doing anything ethical here, but anyway, we've completed a request for the fox. And we're actually gonna turn it in right now because there isn't much else for us to do today. I think the reason why we do this is because all of our social link friends are unavailable due to the investigation, so there isn't much in the way of social links that we can do today. So may as well rank up the fox a bit. One of the great conveniences of the fox is that they're available to rank up every single day that has free afternoon time. Rain or shine, literally. And now, tonight's going to be kind of interesting because the guide says to translate. Also, we have a delivery for the prize stickers, I think. Chewing Soul. That's okay. It was much better earlier in the game. So, yeah, the guide says to translate today, but I'm pretty sure we've already maxed expression. Yep, maxed expression. So, we kind of have a semi-free night, although I just realized that I forgot to display the model on our shelf, so let's go ahead and do that. If you examine this shelf, you can put that there. So, the, I'll actually talk about this later, but the models that you get on your shelf, they're all named after mythological entities from Hindu mythology that are in Digital Devil Saga, which is another game by Atlas. But none of them look anything like their Digital Devil Saga counterparts, which is kind of unfortunate. Sort of wish they took the reference a bit further there. Although I wonder if the reference was only in the English version. I I have a suspicion that it might be. So, we could actually choose to do Devil tonight. Okay, won't deepen just yet. I guess that's fine. It'll basically just progress us closer to the next rank up of this Arcana. We'll be a little bit ahead of the schedule there. I mean, we can't spend time with Nanako tonight, so I suppose there isn't that much else for us to do except maybe do a fortune telling for another Arcana. Oh, wow, okay then. Got a courage rank up out of that too. Wait a minute, is the protagonist cleaning those desks with a letter? I just noticed that. Clearly they just reused that model from the letter-making job quest without... Yeah, because they didn't really have a cleaning rag model, that's kind of funny. So, what we're going to be doing today is the beginning of the end of the Hermit Social Link, but also for us. Hermit rank 10, there's kind of a reason why we unlock this as early as possible, because this one is a major, major pain. This is also the one quest that was changed in Golden. Like the one Fox quest, I mean. There were several other quests that were changed in Golden. Because originally this referred to the Samagawa River Guardian. They added an extra step in Golden. So the one who requested this is the old man around the Samagawa floodplain. Now we could have talked to him earlier to get a tutorial about fishing, but we already kind of went over that earlier. Okay, so turns out that we actually can't progress with that quest yet. We need to unlock something else first. If you were playing the PS2 version, you could by talking to the old man at the riverbank. But speaking of talking to people, this is that student with dyed hair. How do you know who him is? Maybe more people have had this idea. And yep, that's definitely the guy we saw. We have a full name, finally, but the Phantom Thieves don't exist yet, so they can't target him. It's gonna be all up to us. Now we have all of the info we need, and with all that done, we're gonna go to the bus stop to actually do the daycare job for the first time in forever. I unintentionally quoted Frozen. And we have a matching persona so we can do this. So, while I'm doing this, I can mention that for some interesting reason, the manual for the PS2 version of this game, which I own, it has a glossary of a lot of the Japanese terms that are used, and it feels the need to point out that the yearbook that's mentioned here for that Mitsuo picture is actually a quote-unquote senior book that contains pictures of graduating seniors. But I suppose that is kind of the same thing as a yearbook, at least from what I know. I wish I played Ninja when I was a kid. Actually, that just kind of reminds me that when my dad was at school, for some reason samurai and ninja shows were really, really popular, and he kept telling me stories about how his teachers had to keep banning people playing ninjas because people would actually make throwing stars out of metal tin lids and things like that, and it was actually hurting people. Don't think anyone actually did that in my school. Apart from the Pokemon anime, the main Japanese thing that was popular when I was in primary school was Dragon Ball. Never really watched much of that. I should probably just talk about this, but, like, to be honest, I find the Temperance social link kind of boring in general, so I don't really have a lot to say about it. But this option isn't worth any points. Oh yes, because everything on TV is always true. No, that can't be right. You're oddly happy about that. And we weirdly actually have to agree with this in order to appease her, even though we definitely wouldn't want to do that normally. You know, I wonder if Fukurai and his whole thing was operating at this time. Because it actually sounds very similar to that cult from Persona 5. Speaking of unintentional Frozen references. There's another one for the count.
Thank you.
This one doesn't actually matter what you say. Another reason why this social link is a bit hard to rank up is that not only is the only way to increase it at nighttime the fortunes, but a lot of dialogue choices don't give points, or at least don't give many points.
Bye now.
What I was gonna say about Dragon Ball is that the one episode that I did catch when I was a kid just so happened to be the Spirit Bomb episode, because of course it was. So that obviously turned me off of the show a little bit.
Welcome home, big bro.
Like, I know that Goku spends at least 3 episodes charging that one attack. But I think that's just a general pacing issue of a lot of anime that are based on manga. Sometimes they feel like they have to, like, adapt one manga chapter to one episode, otherwise they'll run out of material, and so you can get, like, entire... I kind of wish we could hang out with her tonight, but we're not actually going to do that. You could get, like, entire episodes that are just them, the characters, wondering what to do about something, or the characters just expositing stuff in a fight. That's why, in some ways, I kind of feel like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged cutting down most of the duels to just one episode works in its favor. Because I think, like, the duel with Pegasus was 7 episodes in the original, although people have told me that other stuff happens, like, with the other characters while Yugi and Pegasus are dueling, but still. Also, we're still going to get this, even though I'm pretty sure we maxed our courage already, so I don't think this has any point to it anymore. Yet more gossip. Why am I not surprised? Yeah, you should be actually doing your work.
Good job.
Yes, because no one else here is. Why do I get the feeling, though, that she's gone all workaholic to distract herself from thinking about the patient who died? We're at rank 7 for this one already. And yeah, actually a little bit ahead of the guide that I'm following because of expression being maxed early.
I'll be going. Goodbye now.
Still only earning 5,000 yen though. I guess because our diligence hasn't got any higher and that's the stat we needed to take the job.